Are you sick of your rocks looking like weird potatoes? Try these tips. Tip number 1, one of the biggest mistakes I see artists make is struggling with messy line drawings on their canvas. Here's my go-to method for getting a perfectly clean transfer every single time. Draw your line art on tracing paper first, then use transfer paper to move it onto your canvas. This simple trick gives you crisp, accurate lines with zero eraser marks and no smudges. If you want your work to look like a pro, use the tools that a pro uses. You'll start your painting with a clean, professional foundation that's ready for paint. No frustration, just smooth sailing from the very beginning. When painting rocks underwater, I always begin with a solid base layer and let it dry completely. Once it's dry, I come back with white paint and add soft water ripples and highlights. The key is using 2 brushes. One to apply the paint, and a second, slightly damp brush to gently soften and blend the edges. This technique creates beautiful, natural-looking transitions that make the rocks feel three-dimensional right away. It's simple, but incredibly effective. This method looks best on a smooth canvas. I have my favorite inexpensive option for students that are just practicing listed in the video description, along with all of the other supplies that I'm using here. Tip number 3, want to add realistic texture to your rocks in seconds? Here's one of my favorite tricks. Take some watered down paint and flick it onto the canvas using your paintbrush. This creates a beautiful speckled effect that you want to use both light and dark colors for that will instantly add tons of natural depth and detail without spending hours carefully painting every little mark. No one wants to do that. It doesn't even look as good anyway. Flicking paint is the way to go. You'll be amazed at how much life this easy technique brings to your rocks. Tip 4, don't stress about every single brushstroke being perfectly smooth and blended. In fact, I want you to leave many of your visible brushstrokes showing. Those textured marks actually help create the rugged, natural surface of real rocks. Embracing the texture of your brushwork is one of the secrets to making your painting feel alive and authentic instead of flat and overworked, or like plastic toys, which is what happens when you overblend. Tip 5, when you first block in your rocks, they're going to look flat and pretty fake. And that is completely normal. You've not done anything wrong, you're just not done yet. Don't panic, the magic happens as you keep building on top of that base. Keep adding layers of highlights and shadows. If any rock stays one solid color, it's going to look unrealistic and cartoony. But by patiently developing the lights and the darks, you'll watch those rocks transform into something that looks genuinely three-dimensional and believable. And my frogs are talking again. Bonus tip before we move on to how to clean up the edges of those rocks. If you're loving these techniques and want to paint this entire scene with me, brushstroke by brushstroke in real time, then I have something special for you. Actually, I have over 400 something special for you. Head over to patreon.com/Lachri, where you will get instant access to this lesson, plus over 400 other in-depth tutorials. I walk you through wildlife, flowers, portraits, and so much more. In acrylics, colored pencil, graphite, oil painting, and many other mediums that there's just too many. I can't even think off the top of my head to list. I work in most mediums. So whether you want to master realistic textures, vibrant colors, or dramatic lighting, I have got you covered. With over 25 years of teaching experience, I have helped thousands of artists dramatically improve their work for as little as $6 a month, and that price is not going to last much longer, so lock that in now. You will get every single lesson. It's the best way to take your art to the next level. I cannot wait to paint with you. Now on to tip 6. It's time to go back and refine those edges and shadows. I mix a rich dark using blue, black, and a touch of deep violet. This creates beautiful, deep crevices and shadows that add incredible depth. I also use this mixture to gently soften and clean up some of the edges. I will line the edge of the rock and then pull that dark line into the shadow. So I don't actually have an outline, but I do have a clean, crisp edge. This step is what takes your rocks from looking okay and kind of messy to, wow, those look real. Tip 7. For the water, I like to create natural depth by changing how I apply the paint as I move from the background to the foreground. In the distance, I keep the paint thicker and more opaque so that the water feels solid. As I come forward, I add more water to the paint mixture, making it more translucent. This allows some of the rocks underneath to subtly show through, giving the water that beautiful, realistic clarity and depth that you see in nature. Tip 8. When adding bright white highlights on the water and rocks, I apply the paint with one brush and then immediately soften just the outer edges with a second, clean, slightly damp brush. Be careful, If that second brush is too wet, it can lift the paint just like an eraser. Once the paint is completely dry, I add a thin glaze of orange right around those edges for that nice glow. I make this glaze simply by mixing orange paint with water to thin it down. This tiny detail adds so much warmth and realism. Tip 9. This is my absolute favorite part, making the water sparkle. The secret is high contrast. Nothing makes water come alive like bright white paint placed right next to your darkest darks. I start by painting thin, delicate lines along the water's edge, then finish with tiny dots and specks of pure white. This final step creates that magical shimmering effect that makes your paint look truly alive and sparkling. When you step back, you will be amazed at how much the water seems to glow. Those brushes that I'm using here, by the way, are super inexpensive. They're my absolute favorites and I found them on Amazon. I will put a link to those in the video description. If you haven't checked out my Patreon lessons recently, you are truly missing out. I've helped thousands of artists break through their plateaus and reach levels they never thought possible. And now that my live streams are members only, I have even more time in those live streams to create in-depth, high-quality lessons that go far beyond the basics. If you've been feeling stuck, like your progress has hit a wall, it's not because you lack talent. It's because you've been limiting yourself to beginner-level content. That may be fun, but real growth happens when you challenge yourself with subjects that feel just out of reach. That's exactly where my methods shine. My students are constantly amazed at how quickly they improve once they dive into the deeper, more advanced work. The techniques and guidance that I provide make even the most intimidating subjects feel achievable and incredibly rewarding. Ready to finally unlock your full potential and see the kind of progress you've been dreaming about? Sign up today and get instant access to over 400 of my detailed lessons for as little as $6 a month. This low price is not going to last much longer, so lock it in now while you can. Do you have a hard time blending your acrylics before they start to dry? You're not alone. I have the solution, and the best part is it's cheap and easy, just like a